Hi there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of June 13th through 19th of 2022. Okay, so your cards are almost all out. Just one, and that's the last one. Okay, and let's see what it is that your angels, your spirit guides, everybody wants you to know. Sorry, my hair is just in the way. See what everybody wants you to know for yourself for this week. Okay, so balance. You're going to have to, it feels like things are shifting somehow in some way, and you're going to have to deliberately create some balance in your life. So now normally this means a balance between work and home, right? You might find it's a little different. Many of you will find that it's work to home. It's like right now there's an imbalance, or there's about to be an imbalance, something like that. Either you're heading into busy season at work, or you're heading out of busy season at work, something like that, or or there's less. I don't know exactly. They're not telling me, but you're going to have to be deliberate in your creation of balance, of doing work-related things, even if there's less work to do, or, so that you don't lay on the couch all day is kind of the idea, right? Or if it's the other way around, you'll have to make some time, something to make it so there's a little less time at work. But you need that balance. When it's a temporary situation, you can kind of balance it out throughout the year, right? But at the same time, you need always to have a purpose, and you need always to treasure your home life as well, your downtime, your family, or all that kind of stuff. So be on purpose about that. Okay. Now now suddenly I have a croaky throat. So there's some communication going on here with you. I often get a croaky throat. It's one of my quirks. But I also find that when I'm doing readings, that most of the time it's a message coming through for you. Sometimes it's not, and usually I can tell when that is, and I'm getting that this is yours. So some kind of communication that you need to be having with somebody, and it's almost like a time is of the essence kind of thing. Don't put that off any longer. Okay, so whoever that resonates with. Okay, so there's a cycle happening in your world, and they are good ones. Hello and goodbye. They are the way life goes, the way everybody's life goes. Things begin, they build, they rise, they peak, and then they decline and finish. So there's something just now that's finishing, and it's making room for something else to begin. And it's a good thing. It's continued growth. It's life would be pretty stagnant without this. You need these beginnings and endings to keep life going and interesting and give it some momentum and some interest, right? So let me just feel into this a little bit more. So for some of you, this is related to your work life. For some of you, it's your interests. It's how you're viewing the world, the things that you want to learn next. It's like something is finishing and making room for something new to begin. So that feels really good. Now, it could be a formal course of study. It could be something informal that you're just learning about within your own self, right? So it doesn't really matter which of those it is. Okay. It's good though. It's almost like you like to have things settled and routine and the same, kind of like for you that's very comforting. And so when things change like this, you don't always like that, but it's always in your best interest. Yes, it is. Okay, if you think back to all the different cycles that have begun and ended in your life, even look at the last 5 to 10 years, look at all those cycles. They were always good things. You always learned more. You always came out ahead. Yes, you did. So there's somebody sitting there going, oh, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, you did. Maybe not in every way. One thing, maybe you ended up spending more money on it than you anticipated doing, and then you were upset about that. But the other payback was better. Yeah, okay. All right. So, okay, so now that they've come to that. So when you look back over the last 5 to 10 years, it's like it's time to change your perspective. It's like you're angry at yourself or at somebody else because some of those things did not work out very well. It is time to offer and feel forgiveness. Now, this is towards yourself as well as to other people. Sit with yourself and really feel through that. Feel what forgiveness feels like. And think of that person and or yourself. Really hold you in your mind's eye. And actively forgive. It's just like this weight falling away from your chest. Like you can breathe better. Deliberately do that forgiveness. Way back when I did a video on cutting cords. If you go back and find that, I think you'll find that handy to do. Okay, but feel the forgiveness and continue feeling it in case it should decide to come back a little bit. Do it again until it doesn't come back anymore. All right. Now here too is also this is where you believe in yourself. Like so the things over the last few years, the things that you thought you did wrong or whatever. To begin with, there's no such thing as doing something wrong. You just did it the way that would teach you the most. And you did good. You can absolutely believe in yourself and your value and your knowledge of life and of how things go. It's time to step fully into yourself. Instead of feeling off balance from it feels like always going into new situations and you don't really care for that. So it keeps you feeling like you don't quite know what you're doing, even though you truly do. It's only the superficial stuff that you don't really know. Like, maybe you're at a new place and you don't know yet how the phone system works or something like that. That's minor because everything else to do with that, what people are going to ask you over the phone, all that, right? So those are the minor things. And you absolutely can feel really good about you and who you are and how you do things. Believe in yourself because you're worthy. And then, the more you believe in yourself, the more other people will as well. Okay. All right. So here we have, now the last two cards are a little bit similar to each other. It's time to have a little bit of downtime, little bit of time contemplating life, feeling through things, just being quiet, no noises on, nobody else talking to you, no interruptions, just being yourself with yourself, just, being who you are. And if you have questions, just easy ask the questions and then see what comes. Don't go grasping for answers, but just sit quietly and see what answers come. And that will really help you. That'll really help guide you on your way. You'll be surprised. Some of you are sitting there going, yeah, I've never really been into meditation. Okay, try it. I've never really been into it either. But every once in a while, it feels so good to just sit quietly and feel through things without any pressure, right? And just see how that works out for you. That meditation brings answers, even if not right in the moment. Then within a very short period of time afterwards, then somehow the answers come. And it is definitely time to be thankful for everything that's beautiful in your life. If there's some parts of your life that you just don't feel thankful for, then just don't think about those, right? Think about everything that you are thankful for and skip around those other parts and make it so that your predominant feeling is thankful. So that, because it feels good, right? You want to feel good. That's the goal. Just feel good. All right, so here we have the daily guidance cards. And nope, we're asking for one last bit of wisdom. And so your guides are saying, ask. In times of uncertainty, or even in other times, ask. If, just have what they're looking for is a more natural, easy, continuous communication from you, so that all day long it's like, well, angels or guides or source or universe or whatever language you use, you say, angels, I'm doing this. Can you please guide me, make sure I'm doing things the best way, and all that stuff. Help me stay on the best track for me. Or when you have something specific, ask specifically about that. And again, just kind of then rest easy, knowing that the answer is coming to you. Instead of going, okay, what's the answer? What is the answer? Here, give me the answer. It doesn't work that way. Then you're pushing it away, right? So ask your question, take a breath, say thank you, and go on about your day, and the answer will come. This is true also of the people around you. If you need something from somebody, ask. You have so many resources now. It feels like for a while you didn't, so you got out of the habit of asking, but you do now have lots and lots of resources. So don't hesitate. Okay, that's awesome. Cancer, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I love you, and I'll see you next time.